Hello everyone, I hope this finds you well. I hope everybody is doing okay. Today we're gonna continue digging into the word freedom again. I know that was a topic that I was told to speak about, and I thought it would be super easy because especially living here in America, we have a lot of freedoms more than other countries. So I thought, we're free, we can do whatever we want, we have freedom of speech, and so this should be fairly easy. But as I started digging into it, I realized, yeah, we may have all these rights to do whatever we want. And get up, and as long as you're not hurting anyone, right, we can pretty much do everything we want. But on the flip side of that is I find that people are really not free. We have a high rate of depression, high rate of suicide, high rate of anxiety. So with everything that we're able to do, yet we are so not free because there are all these chains that are bounding us. We might not be in jail, but we are in jail in our own minds. So I wanted to kind of figure out, what was Jesus saying when he said, and ye shall seek the truth, and the truth shall make you free. Because Jesus is really the best definer of anything. So if we want to be free, we want to look at what does Jesus mean. And in John, I think it's John 14 verse 6, where he says, he describes himself as the truth. And so if Jesus is truth and he's saying to seek the truth and we will be free, then that means we really need to have a relationship with Jesus, because once we have a relationship with him, then we will be free. And think about it. Jesus doesn't lie, right? The Bible talks about God is not a man that he should lie. So anything he tells us, anything that he wants us to do is true. And so if we live in that truth, if we seek the truth, then we will be free. And think of all the freedoms we can get. I know, having young girls, one of the things is, self-esteem is we don't feel like we don't measure up. But think of what God's word says is that we are fearfully and wonderfully made. So if we believed that truth and we realize that, we're fearfully and wonderfully made, how free that would make us in the way we see ourselves. And judgment of others, the other people, they can't really define who we are. It's our Creator who can define who we are. So Jesus is really saying, get to know me, get to know my truth, and that will free you. When we think about sin, we're all ashamed about things that we have done. But when we realize that Jesus died for those very sins, and when he died for us and we confess them, we are now free. We don't have to live as if we are still committing those sins or have them, make us feel guilty. We are now free from those sins. There are so many freedoms that God gives us in his word. I mean, I think even in prayer, when he says, bring your burdens to me, bring all your worries, whatever you're struggling with, bring it to me and I will give you freedom. So I think it is us that we are not practicing or really not taking Jesus at his word, and therefore we're bound. We have all these areas that we're not really experiencing true freedom because we're not taking God at his word when he says, you're struggling with something, bring it to me. Let me carry that burden for you. Instead, we want to carry it ourselves, and now we're not free. So I think the true meaning of freedom is getting to know Christ, getting to know his word, taking our worries to him so that way we don't have to bear them ourselves. So my prayer today is that we really have a relationship with Christ, take him on his word and really find him. He is our truth, and we will be free. Amen.